Hi everyone, my name is Emma and today is day one of the 7 days of 7 lessons. Today we are going to talk about the lesson of rejection. Now when we think of Netflix, we probably don't think of rejection, and most of us understand Netflix as being this huge conglomerate that has changed the industry, the entertainment industry, and the way that we interact with media. And very few people know about the origins of Netflix. Where did it come from? When I was younger, when I was about 5, we used to go down to Blockbuster and we would pick up a movie and watch it for the night, and then we would have to return it the next day. Yes, I know, it feels so outdated, but this was like 15 years ago that this is what people had to do if they wanted to watch a movie. And Netflix, at the time in 2000, wanted to really take hold of what the internet could offer and be this platform that people could watch shows and TVs, and wanted to team up with Blockbuster because they were already doing this. They were already creating this product for people and they wanted to help them and become their online presence for Blockbuster. So after months of trying to get a meeting with Blockbuster, Netflix was finally able to sit down with the CEO, and they offered Netflix up for $50 million to become that online presence. And Blockbuster didn't even counter offer. They practically left them out of the room, kicked them out, and Netflix had felt probably the worst rejection they ever felt in their lives. They were so proud of this idea, and the people that they really looked up to had basically told them that their idea was dumb, that it was not going to be successful. But Netflix stuck to it. They were able to find funding, and as the internet began to grow in 2004, that's when YouTube started, people began to see this shift in how they viewed media, how they were consuming movies and shows. So by 2010, Blockbuster had closed its doors because they didn't have that online presence. They weren't able to make that transition in how people viewed and consumed media. So Blockbuster went bankrupt 2010, and their last store closed in 2014. Now Netflix has changed how the entertainment industry works, how people view and consume media, how many shows they come out with, how many originals they actually create, and how well acclaimed they actually are. So Netflix stuck to it, believed in themselves, took that rejection as fuel into creating an industry, a brand new entertainment industry that has changed the way the world works, just like Blockbuster did when it started. So what can we learn from it? What can we take from that and take with us into 2021? This year has been full of rejections in its own way, full of disappointments, full of change, and it is up to us to decide what we do with that and how we carry it forward and how we move through the world knowing this current information. So I have had a great deal of changes this year, and it feels like a lot of rejections, but at the core of it, if you stick to what you believe in, stick to who you are, and if you feel like you don't know who you are, this is the time to figure it out. What are you passionate about? And the best ways to do that is go through your past. When did you feel your most authentic self? When did you feel like, you know what, this is what I want to do? And bring that with you. Spend more time looking at those things, and the times that people laughed at you for your ideas or what you had to say, really sit with those ideas and see, well, how does it fit into the world right now? What value is it providing? And just because something is rejected by the masses right now doesn't mean that in 10 years from now it will continue to be rejected. And if you're trying to change the world in some way, every single time you talk to someone and you change the way they view the world just a little bit, it really does make a big impact. So that would be my suggestion. That is a lesson that I want to carry with me, is that rejection doesn't mean it's over. It just means you have to find another way. And if Netflix didn't find another way and overcome the rejection from Blockbuster, we wouldn't have what we have right now. And we have amazing and wonderful shows. We have the stories of people that we never would have known if media and if channels, if television continue to go as it has been, we have so many more opportunities to engage with our world through what Netflix is doing, through what all of these different streaming sites are doing. But Netflix was the first and foremost, the biggest one, and the first one. And being the first one is a real hard journey to go on. The path less traveled is the hardest path, but if Netflix didn't do it, we wouldn't have what we have today. And we have amazing shows, amazing stories, amazing representation that we didn't see before. So due to how amazing Netflix has become, I am also going to start another series in 2021 where I'm going to be looking at the different shows and what lessons can we mine from that, because TV, movies, shows, they all carry so many beautiful and amazing lessons that can really help us, but sometimes people don't have the 7, 10, 12 hours to sit down and watch a show. So I want to talk about my favorite shows and the things that I've learned and have carried with me through them. So I hope you stick around for that and stay tuned for that. But remember, rejection doesn't mean that it's over. It just means you gotta find another way. So thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of 2020, and I will see you tomorrow.